You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Was this headline written by Mad Libs?
I'm the Predator, man. I should just be able to run around.
You are a
everything.
predator.
Yeah,
Which 2-decade-old video game do you want to talk about now, John? Bone or whatever in there. Date, romance, whatever. Did you
got the
keep all the
Hamburglar?
stuff about McDonald's?
Hamburglar.
Yes, all of it.
Grimace. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 352. I'm your host, John Dangereux, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Haig.
And TJ May?
Yes, thank
May.
you. May 84.
Yes, I'm old.
We're talking about Twitch. We're talking about who's playing what on Twitch. Because I feel like this is like a good gauge of like what people are playing in the world. You know what I mean?
I don't know, sometimes it's just a gauge of what somebody with a couple million viewers is playing.
Or
That's
a gauge
true,
of
but
what people feel like watching.
I guess.
Some games are not so fun to watch, like Rhythm Heaven Fever Blindfolded.
No, I enjoy watching that.
I need to do it again.
Do it. I want to get back into Hearthstone. It's just like I like the game, but I don't want to spend hours every day keeping track of what the meta is.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's just play each other. I haven't played in a while.
Yeah. I like Call of Duty is what I've been playing a lot of, and we were talking about like Fortnite and what is still huge and Apex Legends, and I was just like, I can't play Blackout. Like which is the
Battle
like,
Royale.
the Battle Royale mode. Like I'm Battle Royaled out. Like to me the whole point of playing like Call of Duty or something to me is like that quick respawn, just like it's like cocaine.
Yeah.
Like, I just need another hit. I just need another kill. I need to get back in there with my gun and kill a fucker. Like, and I'm just way into it. So it's just kind of like, and then Blackout's like, I'm sure it's a good game, just like, you know, Apex Legends or that. But I don't know. I don't got time to run around looting and then finally shoot a guy. I mean, Apex Legends is a lot faster than PUBG was.
Yeah.
Same with Fortnite. And it's not, you know, baby game that's in third person, so it's good. But I just want to get into what is Black Ops 4, which is the game I continue to play a massive amount of. I'm almost to Prestige 2, which is leveling up all the way a second time. And what happens now is it looks like there are people that are streaming this that are like god tier good at the game, and this is the problem I've had with the game lately is I feel like I don't know if I can play PC versions of shooters anymore because it just seems like everyone on PC is absolutely like just way too good at this game. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's too much. Like I can't keep up.
I get it.
I
You
feel like an old
need a
man.
game for babies. Some kind
No.
of baby game.
But on PS4, I feel like the twitchiness just isn't like on PC. The like reaction times you need to be good is like instant, whereas like on PS4 and whatnot, you know, you have just everyone else has like the auto aim too. You know, you have a little auto aim and it just feels more leveled. But like looking at Call of Duty Black Ops on Twitch, it looks like Blackout is number 1 and 3, but it looks like there's people doing a lot of League play and other multiplayer. Is this person doing 2v2 wagers where I think they're doing money matches? Seems fun and weird. But anyway, this guy's a noob because he's on PS4.
Yeah. What an idiot.
Anyway, I'm surprised though. I'm like looking at this. I'm trying to see. So so it looks like most of the. I'm looking at like who the main streamers are and if they're playing on console or not. This guy's playing with his dad and streaming father and son Blackout games. I'm sure his dad's excited to be there. But I don't know. I'm not a noob, so I play on PC, but also it's detrimental to my mental health because people are so fucking good on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Why is it I'm trying to look to see if these people are on PC or not. And literally all of the top 5s I want are in between games right now, so I can't tell because I can't see their UI. but I'm assuming. Oh, does it say what they're on here?
Sometimes,
Yeah,
but
this doesn't say. It's probably on new PS4. I'm just guessing. Well, the other thing about being on PS4 versus being on like PC, yeah, this goes on PS4, is that you can actually get into games. It doesn't take like 20 minutes to load into games. Because people are actually playing it. God, everyone on PC is playing Fortnite and shit. Like nobody's playing Call of Duty anymore. Guys, I'm sad.
Fortnite is just like the constant thing that like people leave for a little while and then they always go back to it.
I haven't played since Season 3.
I literally want to watch someone playing PC Call of Duty. That's all I want. But literally every single person streaming on PS4. I cannot find a PC player. Man, there you go. I'd be the only one if I was doing it.
Corner that market.
The only problem is that I can't get Call of Duty Black Ops to stream on my PC. It won't game capture. I don't know what's going on.
You just need to buy a second computer so that you're
yeah.
just pulling in the
well,
HDMI from that computer.
What I need to do is just have this computer push out to my laptop that's streaming that has that. But like literally, I wish there was a way to. Is there a way to filter by like what console?
No, because you don't have to put in a console when you stream on Twitch.
Oh, I just want to see someone playing on PC. All these noobs playing on fucking PS4 are like a bunch of bitches.
So I'm looking at the browse screen of Twitch right now, and I'm thinking one of these days this might just be like a special thing, or kind of maybe a thank you to our Patreon people or whatnot. Maybe we do a podcast in VR chat.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Can anyone like how would that work?
I think we can set a private room. I'm sure we could.
Oh my God, this is gonna take like. I thought it would. Man, nobody stream PC. Literally.
I think we should do a public. Everything I've seen from VR chat has been super organized and very mellow and cool. So I think we should do a public VR chat podcast.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm kind of crowd averse. I don't like lots of people, so maybe with like 3 people.
Okay, all right.
There's 3 viewers in the room.
Yeah, so just like our normal shows.
Yeah, us 3.
Everyone else has to sit outside. No one's allowed. Guys, there is not a single person streaming PC Call of Duty right now.
You hear that, listeners? You want John to watch your stream. Just stream PC Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'll sub.
He'll tune in. He'll sub. He'll hit that bell.
I'll hit that like button. Well, okay, and so part of this, though, is... so the Call of Duty competitive scene is all PS4. Mm-hmm. So there is no PC competitive scene for Call of Duty.
That's weird.
Yep, it's just PC. It's just PS4. PC is, and PS4 also gets updates first and everything. PC is kind of like if you're playing PC shooters, you're playing Counter-Strike. Is your like competitive one. But anyway. I don't know. If I could get it to stream, I would be streaming it constantly. Because it would be fun to watch, because I yell a lot. My keyboard has like detachable keys. And I have slammed my keyboard enough that the keys have popped off. I get real blood pressure goes up when I'm playing Call of Duty. Anyway, I just think I wish people played Call of Duty on PC. I remember the old days when I was in like college and I played Call of Duty 2, like Call of Duty 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
On PC, and tons of it, and had so much fun. And now it's like it's not the console anyone plays shooters on anymore, and it's just sad because like for instance, I think PUBG competitive's on PC.
Yeah.
a lot of those battle royale games are on PC, but I feel like most of Call of Duty's all consoles.
I think that Hero should, like Overwatch is still on PC generally.
Yeah. That's true. Good one. But like, I guess that's a good one. I was like, there's got to be some Call of Duty PC streamers. God. Anyway.
All right, I think I'm going to hit us up with a random news article that I kind of pulled out of nowhere.
Thank you. I'm just going into my despair spiral about this game that I've gotten way into and I've like put money into because I bought all like the expansion and everything, and now it's just like there's just not the community there. I mean, I get matches. It's hard because I don't like playing just straight TDM. I like playing like hard point capture point modes, because when you play straight TDM, it's just a fucking clusterfuck because people are spawning everywhere on the map and you just get into situations where you're getting flanked all the time. So like having a distinct point to go after. What do you want, Judy? Judy just walked into the room. All right, hit me with your news article.
Pepsi considered defending gamers with a billboard in space.
Oh yeah, I heard about the space billboard.
Was this headline written by Mad Libs?
It feels like it. Definitely feels like it. This is via Kotaku as of today at about 4 hours ago, actually.
Okay, what's a space billboard, TJ?
So last weekend, another website, Futurism, reported that PepsiCo was recently considered launching an orbital billboard in space to promote its campaign against stereotypes and unjustified prejudices against gamers.
The truly trod upon class of humans.
This orbital billboard is something that's advertised by this Russian company called Start Rocket. They claim that they can launch orbital displays into space at a 250-mile altitude. And apparently it will use 30-foot satellite sails as pixels. Though it is unclear how Start Rocket gets funding or whether it is regurgitated science fiction goop wrapped up in investor flypaper. And Start Rocket did not return any of Kotaku's requests for comment. But yeah, PepsiCo was had reportedly said that they would use Start Rocket's tech to launch an ad for Adrenaline Rush, an energy drink aimed at the Russian gamer market. And
speaking of people playing shooters and games on PC, those are the Russians right there. Mm-hmm. They still are not. They're still doing FPS on PC because they're real gamers. Oh,
that's so like each pixel was an individual satellite in this plan.
Yes.
Yeah, but like little ones, right?
Yes. Yeah, 30-foot satellite sails. So not individual satellites, but little. Well, I say little, but like 6 of me standing on top of each other's shoulders. Those would be the size of the squares.
That's insane. I don't like. It must be at a different level of orbit or something, but I don't like. There's so much stuff up there already.
Well, 250-mile altitude. What is 50 miles above Earth's surface? Which region?
Low Earth
30?
orbit is about 1,200 miles.
Okay. Well, apparently, there is a VR experience that BBC has done that takes you 250 miles above Earth. So I guess, but how far is that? I don't know which. Let's see, the exosphere. I think that's misspelled. It's exosphere.
Okay.
So there's still technically some atmosphere, but not much.
Okay.
That's the low end of the exosphere. Oh wait, no, it's the reach between the ionosphere and the exosphere.
Wow.
Okay.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard, and I don't want to hear any more about it.
You don't want a giant billboard in the night sky?
Yeah, it's just going to be fucking play Fortnite, and I want to kill myself. God, I hate Fortnite. It just sucks.
Drink Pepsi, play Fortnite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Drink Pepsi.
Eat Taco
Fortnite.
Bell, get diarrhea.
Yeah.
I've got Pepto today, so I'm fine.
Bum 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 bum.
Beep up beat
That song stuck in my head.
John's still silently just mourning the loss of PC shooters.
It's not that they're over, but it's definitely not what it was.
It's
Like,
just
when I
that
try
they're all
and play-
Fortnite now. It's fine.
That's true.
We're old.
true.
We're turning to dust, and the world's moving on.
I want classic multiplayer shooter experiences. I don't want Battle Royale, and that's all there is now.
You can
You want-
still play Battlefield 1942.
I think the worst part about this situation is what happens with, like, Titanfall becoming Apex Legends. Like, I want another Titanfall shooter. That game is incredible. And actually, speaking of playing shooters on PC in the past, I bought Titanfall 1 on PC right when it came out because I wanted to play it. You know, it's the Call of Duty developers, you know, the ex-Call of Duty developers making a new shooter. It looked really cool. And the community on PC was just fucking nightmarishly small for Titanfall. Like, that game didn't get a huge following to begin with anyway, but I loved that game. And the shooter was great. There wasn't a single-player game, but it was, like, multiplayer story was told through multiplayer matches. It was a weird thing. But the community just wasn't there. There was a point, like, if you were a new player, you couldn't finish the story because you couldn't get, like, matches. I was just like, this is insane. Like, it just nobody is playing that. And then so I bought Titanfall 2 on PS4, and, you know, I played that a bunch, and I enjoyed it, but not as much as I had on PC. And so now Apex Legends comes out, everyone's playing it, you know, and whatnot, but it's like, I want Titanfall 3, guys.
Maybe some of that will get satiated with the new Star Wars Fallen Order game that Respawn is doing.
Yes. Well, no, because there's no multiplayer in that, but...
Well, okay.
But
We'll see.
Well, they said no multiplayer, like a lot.
We'll
but
see.
they may have it, but they're focusing mostly on single player. I'm excited for that though. They had a cinematic trailer that looked,
But it was all like in-game graphics and stuff.
yeah,
It
but there was no
just
gameplay.
touched up a little bit.
We didn't see any gameplay, which is kind of what people are like. All right, well, this is just. I always hate that when games get announced and it's just a CG trailer. And you're like, no, I want to see what the game looks like when it's being played. I don't really care about your fancy graphics. Show me some fucking stuff. But it sounds like they said it's like a first-person lightsaber fighting game. Maybe not first-person, but like a lightsaber fighting.
It's like all
action
melee
game.
combat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, melee combat, and then like it looked like there was, at least from the CGI trailer, there was like traversal stuff going on. Like wall running and jumping, kind of like in Titanfall.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, because you're a Jedi, so you can fucking, like, use the Force to make sick-ass jumps and, like, I don't know. I'm just excited for a single-player fucking Star Wars game for once. Stop multiplayering up everything. Everybody. And they kind of, like, went hard on that in their like, sales pitch for the game.
Yeah, it
They're
looks
like, no
interesting.
loot boxes, no, you know, games as a service. It's just going to be a great game story, they said. So, and there's money in that, though. You know what I mean? Like, Red Dead Redemption sold a bazillion copies, and nobody was buying that for the multiplayer.
A God of War.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's a really good example. God of War sold a ton of copies. You know, you just have to make a really good game for people to play single player, because, you know, a lot of that...
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I still have to play that.
There's still incredible games that are single player only. I mean, like Resident Evil 2, that remake came out and sold really well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's like, I know that's like a remake, but it's much, much more than just a remake because it's like completely like redone game, just telling the same story. I still need to play that because that looked really cool. I saw people playing that and got excited. We gotta play some Ghost Hunt though, Matt, huh?
Yeah, we can't right now, though, because
Why not?
I guess that alpha was. So I played this game called Midnight Ghost
Yes.
Hunt.
Can you get into this now? Because I guess we can't play it.
Yeah, where like it's a team of ghost hunters versus a team of ghosts, and there's
In like a house.
yeah, there's a house, there's a warehouse, there's like a few different maps. I don't remember any of the other ones, but the mansion was the coolest.
Okay.
But there, as a ghost, you are either like a poltergeist or some other ones that don't matter, like a poltergeist or like a shade or a doppelganger. And as a doppelganger, you can disguise yourself as one of the ghost hunters, and you sneak up behind them and you strangle them. As a poltergeist, you throw furniture and shit at them, and then the shade is just kind of like stealthy, I guess. Whatever. It has more like ability to escape detection if you suck at the game. But the whole thing with the game was that the hunters are trying to find you, but as a ghost, if at least one of your fellow ghosts survives until midnight, you all come back and you're much more powerful, and then you try to murder the hunters. And it was I think it's a super small team. They just posted it on Reddit one day, like, here's a GIF of this thing we're working on, and suddenly they got like thousands of people requesting to join the alpha, and they just ran it for like a week. But I think they're developing again now, and they're planning on doing either another alpha or another beta at some point. So I'll let you know, dear listeners, when that's open again.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like it's a mix between like Prop Hunt and like Dead by Daylight.
Yes.
Have you played any Gary's Mod Prop Hunt, man?
No, but I mean, I imagine it's as a ghost you could what's the word? Inhabit, possess. You could possess like various objects, and that's how you hide, basically.
Yep. That's what Prop Hunt is. Yeah. And then you're just in Prop Hunt. You're hiding. You're trying not to get found, basically.
Mm.
And then the team that's trying to find you is like running around, like checking every object and like shooting it or whatever. And every time they shoot something that's not a prop that's possessed, they lose. Like they get damaged.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is they're trying to like basically hide until the end of the round. Whereas this seems more like you're hiding, but then you're trying to kill them.
Yeah. And the limiting factor for the ghost hunters is like battery charge on their little, like, definitely not ripped off from Ghostbusters guns and stuff like that. So there's like a resupply station that as a ghost you can destroy and make things a lot easier on yourself. Yeah.
I wish that there was more novel, like, multiplayer experiences like that. You know, like one of my favorite games of all time, and I still, like, load up to this day, is Aliens vs. Predator 2. Which I forget who developed that. That was Sierra. Monolith Productions developed that. It was published by Sierra. But Aliens vs. Predator 2 was the sequel to their first Aliens vs. Predator game, which I also played, which was very good. But that game just had a really cool multiplayer, like where you could be like three sides. There was Marines, there was Predators, and there was, you know, aliens. And they all had their different, like, you know, pluses and minuses. Like the aliens couldn't, you know, shoot, but they had melees that were basically like one-shot kills.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just basically and they could crawl on walls.
Yeah, so that's
so like you had all these
stealth.
Yeah, so you had all these multiplayer
shot.
Maps. Oh man, I must have talked about this on podcast because it's one of my favorite multiplayer games of all time. But there was multiple modes like that you could play because there was modes. There was Evolution was my favorite, which is where the aliens start out as facehuggers, and you have to like, and then all the multiplayer maps have like ductwork and stuff where only the aliens can get in, and so
do you have to like infect a human to
Yes.
move to the next step.
Correct. And
That
then
sounds
once
really
they're
difficult.
yes, once they're infected, they I think you just get control over them, and then you can run them to a like a spot,
Yeah, like hide in a closet or something.
or you burst immediately. I can't remember. There's no way to anyway, but I think you get immunity when you burst out, and then so you're the little guy, the little chest burster, and you just run around and hide. And then after a certain amount of time as a chest burster, you turn into like a regular alien. And then in the multiplayer maps, most of the ones I played was just straight aliens versus marines. But if there were predators as well in that mode, you could also do alien versus predator only with no marines. And then you become a pred alien, which they have slightly different like abilities. Basically, I think they have heat vision like the predators then. But anyway, yeah. So and then you would be the regular xenomorph guy, and you'd run around and kill people. And then if you killed enough people, you would get to evolve into queen. It was awesome because the queen basically was unkillable for about 30 seconds. So you could just run around just annihilating people as the queen. So that was really fun. That was just one of the modes. The other mode that they had was an extraction game mode where it was very much like Left 4 Dead, where you had the Marines are on one end of the map, and they have to get to like, and usually it's like a ship,
like
at the end of, like
aliens. Like you're just trying to survive until you can
you're
escape.
just trying to survive to get to the end. And so the humans don't get respawns, but the aliens do. So you're just basically, trying to like, hide behind, things or in ductwork and waiting for them to come into your room so you can hop out and get a kill quick, and then maybe die and then wait like 20 seconds to respawn. But I have so many memories.
And that gives the illusion that there's like hundreds of aliens, just like a constant wave.
Yeah, and then I just remember like just the gameplay in that was just so immersive, like because it really felt like you were in like an aliens movie because you're just like running down these corridors, shooting aliens as they pop out of walls, and your friends are dying around you, and then you get to the room where the ship is, and you just see aliens crawling all over the ceiling, that are waiting for you when you get in there, and you have to like shoot them and dive into the ship and like I believe there was one map where everybody I think you could be downed as well. I can't remember, but I just remember everybody got to the ship before me, and I was like, don't wait, because I think you could attack until you took off. And so I was just like, because I think you would have to actually go in the ship and you would wait in there, and aliens could come in after you, and so you have to like shut the door. And I was just like, leave me. And like I just like sat there on the like because I was too far away. And it very much felt like an action movie, which was just...
You're like, just leave me here. It'll just be me and the auto turrets till we run out of ammo.
Yes, exactly. No, I was like, I just like had a grenade in my like hand, and the aliens all close it around me, and I pull the pin. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what happened in my mind because I was like,
and then you did a nice swan dive into a foundry of like.
How old was I
metal.
when I was playing this? I was 16 playing this when it came out. So, but it was really cool because it had 3 story on top of multiplayer, a great multiplayer. It had 3 campaigns. There's the Marine campaign, the Predator campaign, the Alien campaign. They're all great, and the Predator campaign was the best because it's literally like, I don't know, maybe you don't have this fantasy of being a predator and hunting humans, but like it's like the first mission is very similar to like the first Predator movie where they're like in a jungle and you're just jumping around from treetops, like just annihilating dudes with like your heat vision so you can see them through like most of the map.
Yeah.
And you have all the crazy like Predator weapons like the
like
spears,
shoulder rockets and shit.
Shoulder rockets. The best weapon was the spear gun that you had, and the spear gun would pin people to walls when you shot it at them. So, yeah, such a good game. Like, and I used to play through that single player like all the time, and I wish like a multiplayer game like that would exist again.
Yeah, are there any games out right now that have kind of that 3-way multiplayer? Like similar to the way StarCraft does, where
yeah,
like Just it's literally rock, paper, scissors, but because there's one thing that beats one thing that beats another, and then the third thing beats the first thing, like it leads to so many interesting situations.
Yeah, and I mean, not like in the rock, paper, scissors style, but like for instance, Planet Side 2, I don't know if that's still running, but that's a 3-faction game. And so all 3 factions are on, you know, the main multiplayer map at once, and so you'll get into skirmishes where there's 3 sides in a battle.
Yeah.
So, or
you'll get into a skirmish where that's just you and another or another side, like a 1v1 thingy or whatever, and all of a sudden somebody from the third side just comes in and murders both of you.
It sounds like people are still playing Planet Side 2. I played so much Planet Side 2. Like, I don't know when that was. Maybe 3-4 years ago. Like, but I played so much Planet Side 2. Such a good game. Like, if you want, like, cause you know you played like some Star Wars Battlefront like back in the day, right? Mm-hmm. Just like, or like Battlefield. Like, just the sense of like these epic huge battles is something you can't get anywhere else, I guess. And maybe that's why I dislike like Battle Royale games so much, is that they're all kind of the same. Like, I want a new type of multiplayer game. Like, give me something new, you know? But like, game companies can fail. Like, for instance, remember Evolve when that came out?
Oh, yeah.
That was by Turtle Rock Studios. I think that was the people that had originally made Left 4 Dead, had left Valve to make their own studio, and they made Evolve, which sounded like a really cool concept, where you have like all these guys who, you know, are monster hunters, and then you have the one big monster who like evolves throughout the match, you know, and they have to kill it before it gets to the final evolution and becomes like cool. I don't know, it just didn't work though. I don't know why, because I feel like people liked that game was like had a lot of hype, but then it just didn't.
Yeah, it's a really cool idea, but the asymmetry of it makes it really hard to balance.
That's true. Well, you know what the other huge problem was with Evolve was it's stuff. TJ, what you doing there with your mic?
Sorry,
it's very loud. So no, but one of the big problems with Evolve was that was like during the era of like the early 2010. TJ, what are you doing? I can hear you messing with your mic. In the early 2010s, when people would be like putting out games and having like 100 different like game like packages, it was like get the Evolve Super package, or like get the super like the $99 version that gives you 2 extra monster skins, and like just all this like extra bullshit, which is still going on. But like, I think that like to me really like made me think the game was like what? Like you have like multiple.
Which one do I get?
Well, okay, and then the content of the game when it launched was pretty low, if I remember correctly. I think there were only 2 monsters that you could play as, and then there was a third that was unlocking, I think after like a week or 2 of the game being out. And then the 4th and 5th were like DLC that you'd have to pay for to be the monster. And it was just like, this is weird. Like, I feel like this should have just all been out as a game. Like, and then it was the fact that they had all these like tiers of game that you could buy, that was just like, it felt like they were trying to like sell a service and not a game. Like, and I think to do a successful games as service, which is like the holy grail of video games right now, like a Fortnite and whatnot, is you have to make a really good game first and then provide the service. Not like prepare for all this like service, games of service stuff. It's what happened with Battlefront 2. They had all this fucking loot box shit planned out and all these like things, and then nobody wanted to play it because it just wasn't like that good. It was like a little bit better than Battlefront. And then people were just not here for the service. So, I don't know. That's my advice, game companies. Make a good game first and then worry about the services part.
Hey, game companies, just make a good game.
hey, game companies, could you make a first-person shooter for PC that has traditional multiplayer that a lot of people will play?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd like to play PUBG War Mode, where you have respawns. Can I play that? Guys?
Do it. Do it. Do it.
No.
Does that exist?
I don't know. Does it?
I think
There
there was a war mode in that, right? That
yes,
nobody
there
played.
was. No, people played that, but it was just like a limited time thing. Like it was. Yeah, I think Blackout had a similar mode recently that was that allowed for respawns. Like, so if your party was alive after like a minute of you being dead, you would just drop back in. So that was a pretty cool mechanic in that game, which at least for a newer player felt good because it was like, well, if I got fucking sniped because I don't know the map and where to like put my body to not get shot at from like 20 miles away, I can come back in as long as the rest of my team's alive. And especially when you're playing multiplayer with a bunch of people that you don't have voice chat with, or you have voice chat turned off because you don't want to hear them.
Yeah. That's a cool thing about Apex Legends. If your teammates actually are like care and are trying to win, they can grab the like banner off of your corpse and make it to a respawn location and bring you back.
Yeah, and I heard that they're adding that to Fortnite too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
I forget what it's called. They had a funny name for it. It was the reboot van, they're calling it. But yeah, it's like literally like Shameless. I mean, why not? You have other games that are doing something that's different that people like. You might as well add it.
Yeah,
they're in it to make money. Anyway, that's my whole rant about video games. I want to play more. I want to play more Aliens vs Predator 2 multiplayer. Is anyone still playing it? Can somebody please? Is there a community? We'll play it without my community.
Steam charts, Alien vs. Predator. There are about 60 people playing it.
Now, when you say that, which Aliens vs. Predator game is that? Because there's like 3 of them that have the same name.
I guess that's just called Aliens vs. Predator.
Yeah, so is that Aliens vs. I believe it's called Aliens vs. Predator 2000 is the one that is the older one. Yeah, because there was one that came out in 2010. Which I also own, but they have 3-way multiplayer gaming. They said maybe I'll have to try and log onto some service of that. I didn't even realize that it had multiplayer in it. But the game I'm talking about, Aliens vs Predator 2, you can't buy on Steam.
Okay.
I don't even know if you can buy it. Looking at Rock Paper Shotgun though, they have an article from 2000. Fucking tell me what year this fucking article is written. When you write a fucking post, there it is, 2018, November 9th, 2018. They wrote an article saying there is still a group of people playing Call of Duty, or still people playing AVP 2. Host on his own website, AVP Unknown. Oh, fuck yes. I just talk about this stuff, having fun. Here it is. They got a Discord server. Fucking A, dude. This is the best.
Oh, man, this website is so great.
Yeah,
green text on a black background.
It was... Okay, I'll tell you one thing. They said it was made in 2004 originally, and it looks like the website's from 2004. So, yeah. Oh, look on their Discord. They have a Twitter account, and they have a Gab account.
The last update was posted September 2018.
Yeah. So they're still putting stuff out. They actually have a AVP2 official game news website says the dudes at AVP Unknown have released a mini mod known as Purge Power-Ups. This was from 3 days ago. So Matt, I'll bet this game is free because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's abandonware. We should play this.
And they released a Thanos skin.
Oh, God. So can you actually buy this, or how do you play it? Can somebody tell me?
Let's
Discord,
look
I'm
at the
sure.
FAQ.
Yeah, right.
We're looking at the one from 2002, right? Or 2001?
Yeah, sure.
AVP 2. Where can I get Aliens vs. Predator 2? The Aliens vs. Predator 2 all-in-one edition, free full game
Yeah,
by
okay.
AVP unknown.
So they have
here.
they have it hosted.
Yeah, it looks
That's
like
good.
a CD image.
Yeah. So you'd have to mount it and everything. Let me just look through my CD binder here of my old PC games and see if I still have a copy. Oh, I got Knights of the Old Republic.
Why can't I select text on this website?
What else? Oh man, I don't know.
I still need to finish Knights of the Old Republic.
Here's I got my Lunar disc. Battlefield. Here it is. I've got AVP2, and I actually have the CD key. So I'm actually good. I could just install this now. I still have my CD. But it looks like you can find that. Yeah, I'm excited to try this out now, because it's just a good game. And I'm glad that it's still out. And then there's an expansion too. Boy, does that website work, Matt?
Yeah.
I can't click that link though.
Yeah, I can't either. I had to type it in. But the page is...
That is
there's-
probably why they have it that way, so that it
So
can't
it's
be.
not like auto-detected or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you can
But
get
it is-
an EXE version. Looks like the most recent one. They have an ISO version and stuff too. But it looks like the
Cool.
EXE version was put together and uploaded in 2019.
Oh wow!
So I'm just going to
I'm really excited this community
download
exists.
this and virus scan that later.
I mean, yeah, I would definitely virus scan it. Cool. I'm gonna get the EXE edition. Wow. Glad, Matt. Just so you know, the website is playing audio, and hopefully it's not on the podcast from yours.
Nope. Whatever it is didn't load for me.
Okay, well, it's just automatically playing the fucking soundtrack. Well, I'm excited because that's
Is
one
it a
of my fave
sweet
games.
MIDI version?
Probably. But wow, it sounds like the community first-person chest bursting still able to be done.
Nice.
Oh, I have to shut my door because my wife's home.
John's wife.
My Wi-Fi is on. So, wow, I can't believe we just literally went through that live on the podcast, but I'm like super amped because it's free, and TJ might even be able to play it because the game is from like 2001, so your PC might be able to handle it.
Awesome. On it.
Do it.
It's
We also got to
600
go back and play
megabytes.
Diablo again.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
I got to install that in this computer. Maybe
I
I, did.
remember-
I don't remember.
I remember specifically playing Alien vs. Predator 2, the Predator single player with God mode turned on, just because. I'm the Predator, man. I should just be able to run around. And
You
murder
are a
everything.
predator. That's what that registration says.
Yeah, I had
about
to
you.
go around. Once you get this game, you have to download it, and then before you can play it, you have to go to all your neighbors and tell you. I have to tell you that I'm registered. I am a predator online in the game. And then you get the door slapped in your face, and oh, look at it! It's already said thanks to me for joining and happy hunting. There is people talking specifically. Wow. There's talk today, like 30 messages of people talking about this game today. So I am excited to join this very small community, keeping one of my favorite multiplayer games alive. That's one of the great things about the internet. You know, people say the internet's a nightmare, it's the worst thing ever, and I agree. But also, it has allowed me to connect with a community of people, play one of my favorite multiplayer games again.
Yes.
And maybe have some experiences where I can yell, "Game over, man! Game over!"
Game
while
over,
aliens
man.
attack me, and the rest of my team flies off without me. But anyway, yeah. And then, you know what, I'll play it and it'll be weird because now it's not a multiplayer game that all the multiplayer games are now, where you have like a leveling system. Every time you like finish a match, you get like a couple points.
Mm-hmm.
None of that existed back in the day.
You'd be like, where are the loot boxes?
I know. There should be loot boxes, please. Let me get new
And they'll be
Predator
shaped
armor.
like those little eggs that the face huggers come out of.
Hell yeah. No, I want my sick ass, I want a sick ass alien xenomorph skin where but it's I have sick ass glowing red flames on the side of my xenomorph.
Yeah. I want the xenomorph skin that looks like a StarCraft alien.
Yes, exactly. It's like a crossover fan. Dude, all that shit probably exists.
Yeah. There was when I was still playing Heroes of the Storm, there was a Diablo skin that looked like a xenomorph. It was pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah, and someone on the community on their Twitch has already said welcome to me. So, I'm going to have to reply back, but I'm not allowed to respond for 10 minutes. Because community has a block of new people can't talk until they've been on for 10 minutes. But I'm excited. So maybe this will kick me off my Call of Duty kick, but I'll be slaying some aliens. But it's actually really disappointing that since Aliens vs Predator 2, there really wasn't a good Aliens game. You know, we had the Colonial Marines debacle.
I guess there's a Prometheus game in the works, but I don't have much hope for
that.
that.
The movie everybody loved. Let's make a game of that. No, but Aliens Colonial Marines was developed by Gearbox, you know, the people what made Borderlands, and published by Sega, and it is infamous for how terrible it is. That played, I think it got a 45 on Metacritic. EGM gave it 9 out of 10. I don't know what they're doing. Everybody else gave it a 4 out of 10. How is that possible? What the fuck? And Brandon Justice wrote this review.
Maybe they got a kickback.
Yeah. This is extremely positive review. Wow.
I'm just going to apologize to everyone that heard my virus scan finish just now. I didn't know that was going to make a noise.
But Aliens Colonial Marines was infamous. Let me go through this Wikipedia page. I had it open. Oh, fuck, I closed it. Well, anyway, it was broken. And I think there was a lawsuit for people that bought it because the game just doesn't work. Here you go, critical response. Technical issues. Yeah, there was actually controversy more recently where somebody found some of the code in the game. Yeah, right here, a typographical error in the game's code, which corrected and improved the AI of the enemies. So if I remember correctly, I think the enemy AI is supposed to, I can't remember the exact word because it's going to take forever for me to find this exact thing. Oh, you know what? There's a link in Wikipedia. Maybe it'll still work. But it was literally one letter was misspelled in the code. And they, here we go. Remapping. That was attach. Tether. That's it. So it was, I thought it was the word was attach. So the way that the code was written, it was the xenomorphs, attach pawn to tether was spelled, and tether was spelled with an EA, TEA, THER instead of tether. Mm-hmm. And so what they were saying was this code is important because when it's stripped, it means it's telling the AI where to find the humans in a map and attach to them, their AI to attach them and begin stalking them, basically. And so when the Xeno is spawned, it's attached to a zone tether, and it tells it what area is the fighting space and where the different exits are. In combat, a xenomorph will be forced to switch to a new tether, such as one behind you, to flank you or whatever, disperse so they're not all grouped together. And so that was broken. And so a lot of the AI in the game, people were saying, like, the aliens just stand there and they could just shoot them. It's because the code had a typo that wasn't caught, and people were just basically running into a room full of xenomorphs just standing there and attacking them, rather than them deciding, okay, if combat is here, move around the side so that you can pop out like a thing and attack them from there. Yeah, that's pretty cool that it was just a little piece of thing. But I mean, fuck, man, that game was not good, and it's such a good license. Although that new Alien Isolation game, I think, did pretty well. I never played that, but I think
I played some of that. There's like a hack together VR mod for it, but I think I ended up getting motion sick from it because it's not super high frame rate.
I think there was a really good mod for that too that I thought. Somebody made an Alien Isolation mod where it removed the alien, because I think a lot of people were like, this game looks so good. Like the way that the Nostromo is like built out, like they just wanted to walk around and look at all like the scenery, but of course when you're being chased by an alien, you don't really have time to appreciate the scenery. I don't know. Oh, fuck. Guys, we can't record on Mondays.
Yeah.
I'm just so dead from work. It's Monday. It's fucking... All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't do yesterday because you were watching some TV show.
Yeah, some TV show came back.
So who died on Game of Thrones yesterday?
Do you want to know or do you want to not know?
I don't care.
Doesn't
you're one
matter
of
to me.
those
I haven't
people.
I haven't watched any of it.
I haven't.
I don't
I'll
watch
get around
Game
to
of
it
Thrones.
eventually.
I probably will eventually, but no,
You should,
not
because
yet.
it is very good. I will say this. I'm not gonna... Here's a Game of Thrones spoiler for the final season, episode 1.
2 people died.
Nobody dies.
Really? Wow.
Well, it's the first episode in the season, and this is the thing that is infuriating about this show, is that somebody reminded me that the last time we watched Game of Thrones was summer of 2017. It has been almost
they took
a
a lot
full
of time
2
off.
years. Yes, it has been almost a full 2 years since there's last been new episodes of Game of Thrones. So, yeah. No, so this episode was basically a lot of people kind of reuniting. Because in the storyline, there's a lot of like groups kind of getting back together after being out doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just kind of like setting up, I think, the plot line for the rest of the season, which is the final season.
How long ago was it when the show started?
10 years ago, I think.
I wonder if I go back and if I just like binge watch as much as you can binge watch 10 years worth of show, like if the look of the CG and stuff will make noticeable improvements throughout the run of the show. Because 10 years is a long time for special effects.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that like the way that the storyline works in Game of Thrones is the special effects are backloaded in the story, I guess. So there wasn't a lot of special effects early on, whereas now I'm not
now
spoiling
there's dragons.
I'm not
and
spoiling
White
the
Walkers.
story and talking about, because I think it's too late for anyone that hasn't watched the show or read the books. But you know, one of the cool parts about the entire series is that, and especially if you're reading the books, because it's even slow played even more, is that there's this like menace, you know, north of the wall. You know, because the people in Westeros built a wall to keep the bad guys out, and guess what, guys? Didn't work. But
weird.
The north of the wall, you like hear all this stories of like there's still like crazy like zombies and monsters and all this stuff, and the rest of the world in the game in the show up until, you know, the Daenerys gets dragons is very basic medieval fantasy. There's no like magic and shit really, you know, like that's one thing I really like about Game of Thrones is the magic is very dark. Like, you know, it to do things at exacts a terrible cost. So, like, not to spoil how Daenerys gets the dragons, but let's just say it involves blood from another. You know what I mean? Like, it's a heavy sacrifice, required to do things. And up north, there's all these, dead rising, and you hear all these stories, and you kind of see a little bit through some of the characters, and then everybody else is just doing all this fucking petty, squabbles of their internal strife between all the different, like, houses of the royal families are just fighting, and it's like, you're all going to die. Yeah. There is dead monsters walking, and they're coming south, like, and it's just this, like, huge thing that you as the reader knows about, and you're kind of seeing everybody else. And now in this last season, everything's kind of starting to, like, align, like, okay, we got to take care of this now. So nobody died, but it does sound like the third episode of this is called The Battle of Winterfell. Okay. And I have a feeling that will be quite epic.
So the humans are politicians and the snow zombies are climate change? Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Got it. Yeah. We're all fucked.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I talked about the show I've been watching, or I should say finished watching, but there's more coming soon. From 2 weeks ago. So I want to take us back. I want to take us way back. We're going to go so far back, you guys weren't around. I was the only one around during this time. I want to talk about a washed-up Happy Days actor.
Okay.
And just kind of some up-and-coming Italian actor. Way back in my year of 1984, they put out some magic and made a movie called The Karate Kid.
Ah, yes.
Oh, yes.
And
you're talking about the match.
Though it's had its multiple sequels, it's kind of a spin-off and a reboot. There is now a sequel series available on YouTube Premium,
which I have.
YouTube Red. Called Cobra Kai.
Is this good?
It starts off a little campy, but enough to pique your interest. It is very good.
I have heard people say that the
production
Cobra Kai
values aren't necessarily the best,
uh-huh.
but it's a very, very well written, very good show.
I've heard that Cobra Kai people are like, the YouTube Premium shows are kind of but Cobra Kai is something you should watch. So
yes, 100%.
Well, you got my interest peaked when you're talking about an 80s show.
I saw like a couple episodes of it, and I really enjoyed it, and I just like it fell off. I think this might have been back before I actually had YouTube Premium, so I only watched the free ones. But I need to get back to that one.
So what's the plot of Cobra Kai?
So the plot of Cobra Kai, instead of following Daniel LaRusso, the protagonist of The Karate Kid, we're actually starting 34 years after the Tri-Valley Karate Tournament. Not Tri-Valley, whatever it was. But right after the Karate Tournament. And we are following Joey Lawrence? No, see, now I got actor's name instead of the guy.
Johnny Lawrence.
Johnny Lawrence.
I'm on the YouTube channel right now.
So we're following Johnny Lawrence.
Who is the Cobra Kai kid.
Correct.
Yeah. Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Yes.
That's him.
Now, if we remember from the Karate Kid, he was a rich kid. Or at least,
yeah, it seemed preppy.
Very well-to-do.
The opposite of Ralph.
So he, in this show, he starts off, he's in a rundown apartment. He is, in his mid-50s at this point. He's definitely, I wouldn't call him an alcoholic, but he's definitely on the booze. He starts off as a handyman because it's all he could really do. And through a series of events, besides the fact that he's in his mind perpetually stuck in the 80s, because that was his go-to time.
That was the stereotypical like high school like
High
football
school jock.
players. Like he's just like, remember the good old days back when I was the cool kid, and now he's like doing nothing.
Back when I could just beat up these freaking geeks.
Yeah, when you could throw. I used to be able to throw a football over that mountain.
Yeah,
If they only would have put me in at the game, we would have won state. I mean, like that's totally a type of guy that exists, at least in fiction.
Yep. So it turns out that his family wasn't well-to-do. His mom had remarried. You find this out pretty early on. Just some guy, and he was the guy who was really rich, and but yeah, he ends up getting fired from his job. His stepfather, like, I know what you're just gonna ask me for this anyway. Here's some money to get you by, and he rips the check in front of him because he's that kind of guy. But he then thinks about it and ends up reopening the Cobra Kai dojo, and craziness ensues, including Daniel LaRusso seeing this and getting very perturbed.
Yeah, because now Daniel's like a shitty car salesman.
No, he's a very good car salesman. He just has become like full of himself. The roles have slightly reversed, but it's quite a bit more deep than that. Daniel's daughter even had learned karate from Daniel, but doesn't do it too much anymore. There's this kid that lives in the apartment complex with Johnny Lawrence that wants to learn karate, and he's kind of the stereotypical 2018 like geek.
Into Fortnite?
Maybe we don't see that side, but it definitely just
that's a tie-in they got to get, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get them
Ninja
Fortnite.
and
You
Will
gotta get
Smith.
them. Yeah, get those Fortnite skins. Get the Cobra Kai skins in there.
But you definitely find yourself at least starting, rooting for these new Cobra Kai kids, and then it gets a little weird because you don't know what you want to think anymore, which kind of leads into. I only started watching it because the season 2 ads are all over Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, I know first season is there. Why don't I just take a look? And I started watching. I got hooked. It's only 10 episodes. Each episode's only about 28 minutes long. The finale, I think, is like 41. So you technically could binge this in a day without too much issue.
They have the Karate Kid movies on sale on YouTube as well, from YouTube Movies, to rent and buy. The first Karate Kid's 2 hours. Karate Kid 2's about 2 hours. Karate Kid 3's about 2 hours. Next Karate Kid's hour 47. That's got Hilary Swank in it.
Yep.
But the Karate Kid, the one with, I believe, Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith,
Correct. Yes.
is 2 hours and 20 fucking minutes. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is such a long movie. How did they need 15 more minutes than the original? Like, come on. Anyway, movies are too long nowadays.
Well, I mean, if you think about the fight choreography in the first Karate Kid, and you think about anything with Jackie Chan fight choreography.
That's true. You got to give Jackie Chan some time to shine, because that guy is probably one of the greatest fighters, screen acting fighters of all time. He is. I mean, he's better than Bruce Lee, because he's in more than Bruce Lee was.
He's definitely more acrobatic with his with his fighting style than Bruce Lee ever was.
Bruce Lee was much more about
power,
actually learning a fighting style, and whereas
Jackie
Chan's all about doing stunts.
Yeah.
No, but incredible like martial arts stunts. You know, like it just. What? So it's shit. What was that YouTube channel that I used to watch? Fuck. I'm never gonna
the
find
Jackie
it.
Channel.
Yeah. If only that existed. It's every frame a painting. It was like it would go over like cinematography. Stop making videos, like in like 2017 for I don't know why. Like they were all really well put together and produced, and they had like 2-3 million views a piece. But he did an incredible like breakdown of Jackie Chan's like how to do action comedy. It's a 10-minute video. I'm gonna link it in our Discord, just so people know. Where can they find that Discord?
YOLO420.com/born in the 80s, all lowercase.
Thank you.
And
It'll be in the YouTube channel.
I'm going to give this a rating.
All right.
I actually will rate this. I'm going to give this on the Born in the 80s rating scale a 5 out of 5.
Oh,
Everyone
Five
should
leg
fucking
sweeps
watch
out of
this.
5.
Wow, he swiped 5 legs out of 5.
Yes. It hurt. Hurt bad.
So how many episodes are in the first season?
10.
10,
episodes. You can watch this all in 5 hours.
Yeah, I was
watch
about to
this
say,
in a day.
they're all like between, it looks like they're all between like 22 to like 35 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not going to say it is the perfect piece of art, but it's a thing that everyone should watch, and you will. I'm going to say that most people will end this season feeling a little bit like unsatisfied.
Wait, is the
but
second
in the
season
best way
out?
possible. Nope.
okay.
24th.
Got it. So the first
24th.
season's out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I should probably watch. This is kind of like basically exactly the type of thing that I like, so. And it sounds good. And I'm glad to hear that it's good. And
they did bring the actress that played his mother in for an episode 2. So she did get to cameo in here a bit. Sorry, not his mother. Daniel's mother.
Daniel San's mother.
Yes. That would be, if I had to guess, Randy Heller.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah.
This is just one of those things that like seems like it shouldn't work, but somehow they pulled it off.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely pokes fun at itself. And in an analysis video I watched after the fact, some of the things that they tried to do to try to make it funny, kind of just like, and a lot of the things that weren't intentionally funny just work really well and are hilarious.
I
wish
hope
I had
they could
examples
keep it
off
up
the top
for the second
Second
season.
Well, they're bringing ads are around, so you'd be able to see this. But Kreese, the original sensei from Cobra Kai, is back.
Yeah, I saw a clip from season 2 that had a clip of Pat Morita, like a flashback.
There's a lot of flashbacks, but done well and tastefully.
Yeah. I think that's cool. Sad that he isn't around for this, but...
There are also flashbacks that aren't from the movie.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool.
It gives
now,
you a bit more backstory on Johnny.
What is this? So the storyline is Hilary Swank's character canon?
Possibly.
They just don't go into it.
She's just not referenced because
yeah, that was separate.
I don't think Daniel or Johnny ever knew her.
No, that was separate. That was just Pat Morita's character. Or what was his name?
Mr.
Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi. That's it. Why can't I remember? That's
Which
the
I
most
think-
stereotypical Japanese guy name ever.
I think he had one name in the movie, but his gravestone does appear in the in Cobra Kai, and they use Pat Morita's real first name, Noriyuki.
Yeah.
They use his real first name on the gravestone, Noriyuki Miyagi.
Well, that's cool.
But I think he did have a real first name that was different than that.
Yeah.
Either in an article you see or some piece of thing in the background.
Yeah. Well, he's just credited as Mr. Miyagi, so it must
Yeah.
have just been
All right, here we go.
very sneaky. Very,
I'm
very
gonna talk
sneaky.
more about video games now.
Okay.
And TJ, do you have a bite of answers queued up after I'm done with this? Because I want to do a bite of answers. It's been too
Okay.
long.
Yeah, I think
Which 2-decade-old video game do you want to talk about now, John?
No, I'm going to talk about Alien Isolation, which I mentioned before.
All right.
Because someone's bringing up a good point that we can get into a bit. So this person said, 74 kilobyte mod saved the game Alien Isolation for me. And it's like a super long article I'm not going to get all the way into. It's a good Reddit post, but he's talking about basically the reason why the game is good, is the alien. The alien's the bad guy. It's terrifying. You're being hunted by it. It's really great. And he's saying the alien carries the game. It's what makes the game good. But the alien's AI is what carries the alien. You can crawl through vents, drop wherever you want, search hiding places. I think that's a game, I believe, where you're spending a lot of time hiding while the thing's walking around trying to find you.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that sucks about the game, and he says, after the alien first drops, quote, like a horrid drippy shit into the cereal bowl that is your life, the terror is absolute. But from that point onward, the alien is always with you. It's always around, always in the vents above, no more than 30 meters away, as if on a leash from you, no matter how quiet you are. So basically, I think what they're saying, I have not played this game, but it seems like it's a horror game where you're kind of trying to sneak through and get to accomplish objectives while this alien is constantly trying to like get to you.
Yep.
And so what this mod does is, when he's saying the issue with this is horror fatigue, basically saying that since you're constantly being surveilled by the alien and it's always going to be there, it loses its, like, I guess, terror, because you just always know that it's going to be there.
Because you need a chance to relax, so then you could be caught off guard again.
Exactly. He's saying, and he brings up the word ludonarrative dissonance, which is a gaming term basically saying this, the gameplay mechanics don't match what the real life or what, like, the real life situation would be. So saying, like, the Sevastopol station is dead. Its inhabitants are dead, missing, or gone mad with fear. The alien is terrorizing the entire station, killing everybody. Why is it always with you all the time? Like, you would think there were other humans on this giant space station it could be going after, but it just seems like it's just constantly stalking you. And so there's a brilliant mod, basically, that reworks the alien's AI scripts, and it's called Unpredictable Alien. And what it does is it makes the alien's hunting AI search further, and I believe what it's doing is the alien now can murder NPCs in the distance. So I think there are NPCs in the game that you get around. So its search wanders and hunts, and not just for you. So it's basically not tethered just to the player character. So it can wander far away, giving you minutes and minutes of just walking around, not knowing if the alien's nearby. And then it's just like, randomly after like 5 minutes of calm, the alien will pop out. Like, and that's a thing that I think, that with a lot of horror games that I don't like, and somebody brings up, I wish this mod existed in Outlast, like, which is a pretty good horror game as well. But with that, it's just like, and this happens with, like, even first-person shooter multiplayer games. It's like, why are the enemies only shooting at me? Like, there's all these other army guys around me, and none of them are being shot at. You know what I mean? Like, it's this game mechanic that the player has to be the target, because that makes it interesting. But also, making you the only target, sometimes for me, really pulls me out of a game. It's like, why am I only the everyone being attacked? It's one of the cool things about the game Half-Life did back in 1996, because there's a period where you're kind of crawling around the vents, dodging head crabs and doing whatever. But then you get to a point where the opposing forces come in, which was also the Half-Life mod OP4, opposing force. They come in and are attacking you, but also the aliens are there attacking them. So there is this, like, sometimes you'll get into a room and there'll just be these battles going on between aliens and army guys, and you just are like in the middle of it, and that felt cool, and it just seems like sometimes a lot of multiplayer or single player games kind of take a shortcut with that and try and make you the only interesting person in the game.
Yeah.
When sometimes it's much more interesting to be part of a group in a game, or not the only one that has agency in the world that you're in.
That's an interesting thing that Fallout does, where, like, the ghouls will attack the super mutants.
Yes.
The super mutants will attack the feral animals, and if you get yourself in trouble, you could run into a group that hates the group that's trying to kill you, and they'll save you.
Yeah, I've actually done that many times in those games where I'll be like, oh, these fucking Mirelurks are here. And then you run over to, like, where you saw a bunch of bandits, and then all hell breaks loose because they start shooting at the Mirelurks, and they're like, well, fuck, this guy is running away. Let's go kill these guys.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of, pick off who's left after the fight. Yeah. But not every game does that, and just little things like that can make you feel like you're part of an immersive world and not just like some storyline that everything is pulling off of. So anyway, I think that's good. But, some people would say that, he installed that mod, which basically, ruined the game. He cheated not only the game, but himself. He didn't grow. He didn't improve. You took a shortcut and gained nothing. You experienced a hollow victory. Nothing was risked and nothing was gained. It's sad that you don't know the difference. DJ knows what I'm referencing.
I love that.
Yeah,
I don't know if Matt knows.
Nope.
It's super
I
recent,
could tell
though.
you were referencing
How do you not know
something.
this mod?
It's actually this month, isn't it? It's specifically in regards to a
Sekiro.
Yeah, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. There was a reviewer that had
PC
played
gamer.
through a PC gamer who had
Yep.
played through the game. It got difficult to him, so he essentially cheated the rest of the way. In order
He said, yeah, he put some cheats on to finish the final boss, and he said, "I feel fine."
and then some just responded or commented with that exact quote.
Yeah,
And people have been putting that, like, the meme has gone where it's become in-game text for many video games, according to all these GIFs on Twitter. Whether it's been, I've seen it in Undertale, I've seen,
now
it's good.
to be
RPGs are
Yeah.
really good for that.
to be fair to this guy, the guy Fetusberry, who tweeted that, he actually said that it's about like 50% how he feels, but he also used language that was over the top to sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
So like people are like, "Oh, I can't believe this toxic gamer thinks," it's like, he's just saying that to like sound more interesting. But there is this community of people that like I've said earlier with like Fortnite and whatnot, these are baby games. You're not a real gamer because you're not playing it the right way, and that exists.
It's gatekeeping at its finest.
Yeah, exactly.
But even on other sides of things, it got into a huge debate about accessibility within games.
Yes,
and
that's what I brought up.
Some people took it way too far on the accessibility side.
Yeah,
And the idea is just games are meant to be enjoyed.
yeah.
It doesn't matter about accessibility or whatnot.
I mean, look at
if this is the way I can
Nintendo.
enjoy it and it doesn't harm
Yeah.
anybody, I'm gonna enjoy it this way.
Yeah, Nintendo has been kind of at the forefront of this, like with some of their modes and some of the Funky Kong mode.
Yeah.
I think Nabbit in the new
Or even Toadette and or
Super Mario
like
Brothers U.
you die 5 times and then you get that like that super intense power up. I think it's
Yeah.
been in most Mario games for a
Yeah,
while.
I mean, fucking Metal Gear Solid 5 did it with the chicken hat.
Yeah.
If you fail in missions enough, you gotta. I don't remember what the chicken hat did, but
let's go
it gave
back-
you like boosted damage or something.
Let's go way back to Ninja Gaiden Black,
Yeah,
the re-release of the newer version of Ninja Gaiden,
yeah,
where even though there wasn't an easy mode in the menu, if you played normal and you died enough times, it would ask if you wanted to turn it down to easy,
yeah.
and you'd be wearing. It would make fun of you, but you'd be wearing a pink armband tied
Mm.
around your arm the entire rest of the game,
Mm.
and then everyone would reference in game that you're playing on easy.
So it's pretty funny. Like some of the memes are really good in this, but like it's making fun of like an actual like toxic game culture thing that exists.
Yeah.
But like to me, like the accessibility stuff is just is super important because like I mean you can't obviously be accessible for everyone, but there's things that people can do, like having easy modes in games, or having or just thinking about the diversity of the people that are going to be playing your game and thinking, maybe someone like Half Coordinated, the one-armed speedrunner is going to have to play this. And he says this all the time in his speedruns. He's like, developers, allow people to remap all of the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's like the easiest thing you can do is just allowing people to remap controller buttons. Like you do that and it solves a lot of accessibility issues. So like for him, he'll have everything put on so you can control most of the functions with one hand.
Yep.
Do
that, add a colorblind mode.
Yes,
and
colorblind
then-
mode's easy.
And then from there, I mean, you're not golden yet. And then let people romance whatever gender they want.
Well, that too. That's more than just the accessibility.
Tomodachi
That's just being, progressive game with
representative.
diverse options.
Yeah.
But even more so than that is allowing mod support. So like, because a lot of the the disabled gamer community depend on mods, and now like we saw Xbox putting out that accessibility controller that has all sorts of like programmable functionality, which is just like a godsend for disabled gamers.
Oh, even before that came out, they added the where in Xbox you can program 2 controllers to function as one, which was like very good for people who only have like the one hand access. They can get another controller under their neck to use their chin to activate certain things. But yeah, I mean, they have a huge. I've seen videos of their accessibility research center, and they've all, for a long time, have been looking into just accessibility in games, both from a hardware and a software perspective.
Yeah. So that's another thing. Yeah, there's multiple like spots of this, and I understand the argument of. I mean, there's so many arguments on this that make sense. I mean, because the developer's intent is for you to play a game a certain way, and I get that too, because that's a lot, part of developing and balancing combat is a huge part of game, like design, is making it. Like, that's one of the reasons why games like Mega Man, are so well revered, because just the way that those games and like in Castlevania, Metroid, all these things kind of teach you how to play the game while you're playing the game and ramp that difficulty up to where it feels like, and that's part of the art of making the game, is like the just I can play this on the default difficulty and I don't feel like I'm getting destroyed. But also having those other options in there is just like necessary. Like, or making it so you game, like Celeste has a lot of those options, if I remember correctly. There's a infinite stamina mode in Celeste. You know what I mean? Like, that's just important. Like, so that if someone can get through the whole story, and experience the game, who may not have normal been able to, and does not affect you if you are someone who's playing the game without these like assists on. Like, why do you care that other people? It's gatekeeping, You only want people like you to enjoy something. Others can't have the fun that you're having. It's stupid. So yeah, that's it. That's all my video game talk.
So to counteract bad things that happened in the world today, and this was a bad thing not from people, but just from mistake.
Yep.
From John playing with matches in France.
Yep. The burning of the Notre Dame Cathedral and the fall of the spire. We need to make the world a better place.
I've been there.
You've been in Notre... Oh yeah, you have been to France.
I went to France. I went to Notre Dame in high school.
Yeah, earlier today.
I was there earlier.
What a coincidence, John.
I was that meme of that little girl smiling while the fire is in the background.
Oh yeah.
Someone do that with the Notre Dame Cathedral. As long as nobody died.
Yeah. I haven't heard any reports of casualties.
If nobody died, then it's okay to make memes about it. If somebody died, then no. Because it's just a building. Yeah, it sucks that it burned down, but it's just a building. If nobody's dead, that's the important part.
Mm-hmm.
There was a super rad organ in there, too, that is probably destroyed now.
Yeah, but hey, to make everyone feel a little bit better about that, because I know some people were super bummed, Kate Wagner, who created the McMansion Hell account that I talked about way back when, she actually posted a thing on Twitter saying, oh, hey, FYI, some like architecture people like 5 years ago actually went through and did high-res 3D scans of the entire interior, so they'll be using that to help rebuild it and make it look just like the original. So,
and it'll be in VR probably.
I think it already might be, actually, but I think it's one of those like VR applications that's like specific to like, business use, and they may just have like a kiosk somewhere where you can check it out.
Okay.
But like, yeah, that's those high res scans are going to help them in the rebuilding effort, which is good. Because it would suck if nobody would be able to experience what it was like. Because I mean, that building was around forever. But let's make the world a better place in the way we can. We can't do anything about that now. But what can we do, TJ?
Let's answer some questions.
All right. Well, at least one. It's late.
It's one.
All right. Good. Give me a good one. Roll it up for me.
All right. It's pretty simple, and it's not super controversial because I skipped over the freaking pedophile one.
Holy shit!
It was messed up.
And can I mention? I found also a Twitter account, which is just Reddit relationship advice, like picked like Reddit screenshots of Reddit, and I'm excited to bring some of those in the future, but I haven't had a chance to scan that account. And so we can use some of that for bite answers too.
Oh, we should. If that's the case, we should make another Reddit account specifically for this. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That way we don't have to link it to any of ours.
I agree.
All right. Why would a guy I'm speaking to try and prove his popularity and likability? Now, there's going to be some assumptions because I made the same assumptions you guys probably are doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, yes, it is female, but it's not as young as you think.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I've been talking with this guy. We're both in our mid-20s.
Okay.
This isn't high school.
This is as young as I thought.
Yep. I was thinking teenagers. Just
Wow. Teachers always thinking teenagers.
Yeah. It's a femophile, not pedophile. No.
I don't even know what that word means.
TJ, the fact that you know that term.
Yeah,
All right, let's move on.
Femophilia is sexual preference of teenagers. And I'm just out of a long-term relationship, so this to me is weird.
Okay.
Often, he tends to talk a lot about his friends and how good they are and how likable he is amongst his peers.
Also, he's the president of the United States.
Why would he be doing this? Is he just a sleaze or what?
So wait, so we found a red pillar in the wild.
He's attempting to provide social proof.
I don't think he's negging or anything. Oh, social proof, yeah, that is a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I think... Is that it? That's the whole thing?
That's the whole thing.
Okay.
Because I've got some thoughts here, too, but
okay.
I want to hear what you guys think first.
All right, my first thought is, like, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think that maybe he is worried... He's overthinking it, maybe, and it's just like, "Hey, I'm actually a pretty cool guy." You know,
he sounds very insecure.
Yes,
that's the exact word I was thinking.
Yeah, it just sounds like he's insecure. Maybe he's gone through a bad relationship or a bad breakup, and he's just trying to be like, "Hey, I'm a cool guy. People like me," you know, and not. That's what I would think. My first thought wouldn't be anything like particularly skeevy. Matt Hugh, what do you think?
I think
this is you, right?
Yes, it's me.
Mid-20s.
My friends are they think I'm real cool, and I talk to them on the internet at least once a week, so I'm kind of a big deal. Yeah, I think like what you said. I think it's there's probably some element of like wanting to bone or whatever in there, date, romance, whatever.
Yeah, like my other bros think my dick is the best.
But like
they always talk about how long my dick is.
I don't know. And this isn't about anyone in particular, but
okay.
I find that whenever somebody talks about how great they are and the things they do too much, it means that they secretly know that they're a worthless pile of orange shit.
Yeah. Wow.
So it could be that.
So what happens when you eat only Cheetos?
That is true.
It comes out orange.
And Diet Coke. So many Diet Cokes.
Hey man, Diet Coke's good. I get it. Hey, I will say the one thing that the president has done right is install a Diet Coke button. I want one of those.
It's like the easy button from those commercials.
And a Diet Coke appears. And I wish I had that right now because I could go for an ice-cold Diet Coke.
That's like something Macaulay Culkin would do if he became president in 1993.
Yeah. I mean, like the Richie Rich had the McDonald's milkshake fountain.
Mm-hmm.
You know? He had his own McDonald's.
Our president is literally Richie Rich.
I just want to mention how fucking like hard my dick was when I was a kid for that. I was like, his own McDonald's?
Yeah, same here.
Fuck!
And then looking back on it, you're like, oh shit, McDonald's paid a lot of money for that.
I know.
Like they owned our childhood.
Yeah.
Them and Coke sponsored like all of the movie entertainment that I saw as a kid.
Mac and Me, for God's sake.
Is the Donald, does he have a cameo in that movie? Or just in Home Alone 2?
Don't think so, surprisingly enough. Like, it seems like he would be in that one.
Well, there definitely is a commercial where the president of the United States is talking to and hugs the Grimace.
Okay.
Just so everyone knows that happened. That's a real commercial. You can look it up. The Grimace and Trump are together at one point. I want to see the Grimace tapes. We need to know what he knows. I'm just saying.
What has he done with the Frog Eyes?
The president is an operative. He's been a sleeper agent activated by the Grimace.
You know what they say about politics? It's either you get...
They politic me off.
Yeah. You either get caught with a dead girl or a live fry guy and your career is over.
That's true. The Hamburglar was fucking shady character.
Yeah. I like Officer Mac.
Yeah. Well, you got caught for all those police brutality situations.
Yeah. I liked the little,
Big Mac.
the jail that you could play in.
Yes!
Like, that, for some reason, that was my favorite play thing.
Yeah, but, the jail was in his head.
Yep.
You
really
climb
aren't,
up...
when you think about it, all jails are kind of the real jail is in your mind, you know?
I'm 13 and this is deep. Fuck, man. Seriously, though, the play place was the coolest shit. And parents loved that shit. And I don't know if there's still places you go to. Your kids are a little bit older now, but
yeah, we don't
parents
do
are
much
just
anymore, but...
it's great to go to the place of the play place because if you go with both parents, one parent can be in there watching the kids at the play place. The other one can actually just sit down and eat a stinking hamburger by themselves for 10 minutes.
And occasionally you'd find one that had an N64 in it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember that. Nintendo had to have put those in on purpose, too. Just to get people playing.
All right, so here's how I distilled what we went through.
Did you keep all the stuff about McDonald's?
Hamburger?
Yes, all
the Grimace?
All right. It's sounding a bit like he is insecure. He appears to be focusing on how he looks to others instead of how he feels himself. If he continues to be this way, even when his friends are not around, he will probably not change how he is and will continue this need for external validation. But if he's able to open up with a little reassurance, you can reevaluate how you see him.
I will say, can you please add in the sentence somewhere in there? Because I need to get some of the McDonald's discussion in there.
Burger King foot lettuce.
No, can you... That's Burger King. Can you add in people that talk themselves up too much often make me grimace? Just somewhere having that in there. But this guy is probably just being...
After a little reassurance, if he still makes you grimace...
Yes, something like that. Get the grimace in there. I need the grimace in all of my advice.
I feel like we've reached a new level of advice giving.
Thank you. Man, something's popping off here. I'm getting a lot of beeps from Discord.
Oh, it's probably your new Alien vs. Predator Discord.
Yeah, right.
Because I'm not getting any notifications.
Should I capitalize grimace?
You are right.
Yes, you should.
Okay. All right. Reworked. We got this. It's sounding a bit like he is insecure. He appears to be focusing on how he looks to others instead of how he feels himself. If he continues to be this way, even when his friends are not around, he will probably not change how he is and will continue this need for external validation. People that talk themselves up tend to make me grimace. But if he is able to open up with a little reassurance, you could reevaluate how you see him.
I had to dab.
And then at the end, just say Hamburglar.
Yeah. Don't say that.
Actually,
could you parse these so that each one, what first sentence starts with an H, the second one's an A, and the second one's an
No. All right. I've got it copied just in case if I hit the submit button, it asks me to re-log in and does all this dumb stuff, which it probably will.
Save your cookies, TJ.
You can get cookies at McDonald's.
Yeah, man. My friend Adam Ham, who I haven't spoken to in 2 years.
Well, he's been tired.
He's a very sleepy boy. But he told me that at McDonald's you can actually ask for a cookie tote, which is 12 cookies.
Oh, why would you? Those cookies are so shitty.
No. What cookies are you talking about?
They're like, you could get them with Happy Meals and stuff.
No.
They're
So
like
they make-
the Keebler cookies where they're
no.
super dry and crumbly.
Okay, so this is a lesson, hashtag hack the menu. McDonald's actually has soft bake warm chocolate chip cookies they make.
Mm-hmm.
You can get in packs of, I think, 2 or 4 or something like that.
Yep.
But anyway, there's a 12-pack that is not on the menu, but you can order. And so when his brother was working
Does it
at
come with your
McDonald's,
choice of dipping sauce?
he used to bring home a cookie dough. Man, no, but you can get yourself a shamrock shake or a vanilla shake or a chocolate shake and use that as your dipping sauce for the cookies.
Ooh.
Oh my God, I need to go to
want a
McDonald's right
Frosty.
now.
Is Wendy's still open right now?
Oh yeah, Wendy's are usually open late.
Yeah, it's
Or
pretty.
like
They usually are.
midnight.
I was feeling sick, so I left work early and then took a 3-hour nap before this podcast, so I'm starving.
Nice. Yeah, Frosties are great.
So about 40 minutes ago, Diablo 3 is now playable on my computer.
Nice. I
It's
think
not
I have to
optimal yet, but I'm
reinstall.
working
I think I uninstalled at some point to get hard drive space. But now I have a dedicated hard drive for video games, so it's freeing up a lot of stuff on my other drives.
Nice.
I just have to figure out how to move the install folder for Blizzard games.
Matt, play us off. Do you have you don't have it queued up? I'm sorry.
It's okay. I need to go to bed. This Discord community I joined is a little weird. They're like yelling about some guy. I guess they're must be very protective over the people they allow in the servers.
I miss Magic Carp Jump.
That game got pretty boring
Stale.
after the 5th generation
Yeah.
of tournaments. It was just like more of the
Universal
exact-
Paperclips was better.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I never finished that.
I like Card Quest. It's a little card
Well,
battle
you can
game.
find me at John_Danger at the Hell website, Twitter.com, or the real good website, BornInThe80s.net, where episodes are put up. I'm sure I'll have some Aliens vs. Predator 2 talk, and God, I'm looking forward to playing the single player of that and turning on cheats, because I think if you open the developer console, you actually can turn, like, God mode on, like SV cheats.
Okay.
I think it's based on Quake originally, so...
You can find all kinds of cool video editing tests I'm doing on my Instagram, Matt
your
Haig
Insta.
Music. Yep, and pretty soon we'll have a new video up on the YouTube as well.
Cool.
Matt
New
Haig Music.
video.
Yeah,
Nice.
with actual video. I'm doing a bunch of effects test shots, and I have almost all of them done, and then at some point this week I'll have to edit it together and do a cohesive video. So maybe this Friday, we'll see.
Yeah. You know what I like? Oh, TJ, you go first. Sorry,
Okay.
You gotta finish.
So, yeah, I post all my retweets over on the Twitter. That's at MayofMay84. Hashtag Save May of May. We want that. I want that at back. She doesn't exist. Mi Jong-oh is not a real person anymore. I want at May of May.
You made sure of that. You took care of her.
Yeah, I think I might
Did
have
she
missed.
suddenly go very mega?
No, she ended up at I gave her a trip to Notre Dame.
Ah, I see.
Oh wait, we don't make fun if anyone died.
Well, yeah, we don't.
Well,
know
you
if
don't. As far as we know, nobody's died yet.
Yeah,
All right.
so if
Perfect.
somebody horribly died, I feel really bad. But
If
just
nobody
let everyone
died,
know-
there was a really funny that this is fine meme where somebody pasted Quasimodo over the dog.
Otherwise, I'm sometimes streaming, especially because we're trying to finish Final Fantasy 1 for the first time. That's over at twitch.tv/May of May. I'm almost caught up to... actually, I'm about caught up with John, so we're fine. And then that's everything I've got going on. Find me on the street, and I won't know who you are.
Goodbye, everyone.
I just want to point out that this Aliens vs. Predator Discord that I joined, the guy who's the developer, who's basically been talking about the pings been having. They're talking shit about this guy, using a lot of swears that I don't think you're allowed to use in polite company. But an off-topic one, he's also posted a giant picture of his, like 50 rifles that he has, saying, "I'm ready for when shit hits the fan." So this community I've joined to play this Aliens game. I don't know about guys.
And
they went in
always,
a different direction as us after 2001.
As always, we're going to close out with a Microsoft translation of one of May's tweets.
Oh, thank you.
So this says, WWWMX5050 in a co-chair in front of Shindai. I'm going to lie down to my gold castle, and I'll be lying in the city of Huizhou. So, words of wisdom.
Wow, yeah. Excellent. Good job.
And so
let me update the notes.
I need to turn off this tablet.
Matt hasn't added a thing.
no, I haven't added anything to it yet.
Come on, you guys. All right, 352 is up.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm gonna cross out the old stuff we talked about last week.
No, I just don't want them watching any more videos.
It is bet time. I bet that they won't go to sleep right away. Alright, now that is definitely not just an extender. This is a splitter.
You're a splitter.
I don't want a splitter.
That's what they call me, the splitter.
Thought I found another one that was just a 3.5 extension cable.
When I go down to the robot store. What,
Is there the other mic for this one?
we're on studio, right, Matt? Everybody is?
Yes.
I don't even have headphones plugged in.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here's what I sound like.
Wow, my hair
Hey-o.
looks fucked.
I'm not ready yet. I'm trying to be ready.
Okay. How do I sound? Good? Bad?
Normal.
Fine.
The terrible
We'll move on
normal?
the stream now.
What I normally sound like? Matt was very loud last episode.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, damn. Cock. I mean, fuck. Shit. Alright.
Sorry I couldn't do Sunday because Game of Thrones happened.
That's
Done.
fine.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Yeah,
I
didn't
was
get back
exhausted
home until-
because I had 2 burlesque shows this weekend, and I might be getting sick. So, yay.
Yeah. Is it because of the filth that is the burlesque?
Well, it was just like I
Just
encountered
sweaty
so
bodies
many more
all
people
over.
than I usually do. Between them, the performers, and the audience.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
get
like, also long hours and not sleeping.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Can you listen for my breathing for a second?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. How about now?
Well, wait. No, I can't hear it now. That sounds good to me.
Alright, I'll be a little louder with breathing, just make sure.
Well, I mean, I heard that.
Yes. Okay, I'm just trying to be a little better.
That's all we can ask for, TJ.
Yeah, TJ.
You can ask for more. I just don't have abilities to give more. I've hit my peak. I'm all downhill for the rest of my life.
What you need is a lav mic. Then we wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I just have to buy a $60 lavalier mic.
I don't think they're that much, but you probably would want
Are
at
you
least.
sure?
You'd probably want to spend at least that
Yeah.
much.
Because I'd have to do one that converts to 3.5 if I'm going to continue doing this on my phone.
Oh
I used
yeah.
to have one that was $12, but it sounded like garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, it was probably just because you were on it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh. Ooh, lavalier microphone for iPhone. Let's see.
says Matt Haig music is live.
Matt Haig music is blowing his nose.
Okay, so I think what I'd then have to do is, since it's a lav mic with no... Okay, so I think what I'd then have to do is, since it's a lav mic with no...
What? Guys, what's going on?
I think what I'd then have to do...
Please stop what?
Please stop. Lav mic with
This is gonna happen forever.
What? Yeah, what?
Please stop.
It's not gonna happen forever.
This is gonna happen forever.
I don't think so.
Remix.
Yes, I think we're just gonna play this until it explodes. Oh yeah, get some noises in there. Listen to that feedback starting.
This is how you get new listeners.
Okay, thank you.
That was madness.
Yeah.
So I need a Y adapter that goes backwards, that gets a headphone and mic separate.
What you need's a Y chromosome.
Yes, I need a Y plug. And a lav.
Ayo.
That'd be nice.
Ayo. You don't need a lav. Your mic's fine. You sound fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a lav. I'll put it in my, I'll attach it to my ball sack.
Sorry, I need to test my scatting
Skibidi
on
bop.
Twitch. I just need to make sure it comes in.
Skip, skip.
I can hear the punchiness of it.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Let me listen.
The fuck? There's a lav mic that plugs into the directly into the lightning jack of an Apple iPhone. Because no audio jack.
Of course, I'm gonna listen to everybody talk. So everyone's gonna say their name, and then I'll go, and then Matt will go, and then TJ will go, because your stream delay is like 4 seconds, Matt. So, all right, get ready.
Hey,
This is John Rowe.
This is Matt Haig.
TJ.
All right, now I'm too loud.
I'm sorry that my stream delay is too awesome for you, John.
Yeah.
Wait, how much was your lav, Matt? The crappy one?
Like $12.
Okay. Because I'm thinking there's this lav for 20 that comes with the Y adapter.
Yeah.
Everybody
I mean, mine
knows
was
you're
wireless too, so it was extra. Like, shouldn't have cost that cheap.
high. All right, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna do it again. This is John Rowe.
This is Matt Haig.
TJ.
All right, I think it sounds much better. I just turned myself down from 90 to 85. I'm a little closer to the mic today.
Make sure you move away from the mouth from fuck.
Excuse me?
Move away from the mic to breathe, like Tay-Zonde.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like,
fuck.
chocolate rain.
Da 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 da.
This Y connector is two mics to one mic. That's not what I want.
Ooh, two mics to one mic. I've seen a video like
Two
that.
mics, one cup.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I can hear myself too much?
Why do I feel like I can hear myself too much?
I don't know.
I wanna go
Where
Is this real
everybody
life?
knows your name.
where everybody knows your name. So we have this.
Where everybody knows you came.
We have this probiotics powder that you're supposed to just put into drinks and mix it in. And I mixed it into my orange juice. And you asked for people to taste it. But then at the bottom of my orange juice, there's a big pile of white sludge. Which must be what didn't mix in. So
No, that's just cum.
I'm very disappointed. I mean, yes, I
You have
came
to
into
store
it
that-
before I put the orange juice in it.
Do you have to like store that in the fridge?
Yeah, not this kind.
Then it's probably not doing anything.
No, it is. Trust me, Matthew. They do this for a living now.
Nope.
Are
Are you just bringing home samples from work?
Well, now I was given these to take home. No, we do. We'll do testing, stability testing, to like see how long they last, and then they have like the control samples, which are the stuff that's like fresh.
Yeah.
And then when they're done, they have to just like they have all the fresh ones that are left over because they didn't use them all up during testing. So we get to take those home. I have some that you're supposed to keep in the fridge, and some that doesn't matter. It just depends on the way that they're encapsulated to be protected from drying. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Most
well,
of,
if it's not in the fridge, is the bacteria like dormant, or is it just living in that little capsule?
Oh man, I could go into a lot of explanations about how this works.
Go into.
Well, the stuff in the capsules is probably just like freeze-dried powder that needs to be kept cold, which is why a lot of the Florigen and stuff that you'll find that's in little caplets and whatnot will need to be in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
But like stuff like this powder-based one is probably more novel in the way that it's stored. I don't really know because I don't make this particular one, but a customer of ours makes it basically because we just provide the bacteria. And so I think there's just different things you can do and certain things you can coat the bacteria with to make it like just preserve itself until it gets wet, basically. I think you're supposed to mix it into yogurt, I think is what they specifically say, to give it a big boost in probiotic content. I don't know, probiotics are kind of a wishy-washy science right now. There's a lot of new information coming out all the time about what
because I remember like hearing a few years ago somebody did like Consumer Reports test on a bunch of off-the-shelf probiotics, and almost all of them didn't have like active live cultures anymore.
Yeah.
But that was probably just like cheap shit too.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that it's kind of, I mean, you know what I mean. It's a supplement.
Yeah, it's not regulated.
Exactly. It is regulated, and the fact that like the places that make it have to be clean, and they're not putting like arsenic in them. But like, there's no like claims that you know what I mean. It's not a pharmaceutical. They don't have to like pass clinical studies and whatnot. There are clinical grade probiotics though, but you know the stuff you buy in a store isn't going to be that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the real probiotics, you can just get poop transplants.
Yeah, I just eat poop.
Yeah. Apparently, to be a donor for fecal transplant is like one of the most difficult things to get approved for. You have to be like incredibly healthy.
I keep sending my poop to my doctor, and he keeps telling me he doesn't want it. Yeah. But I'm gonna keep.
Well,
doing
it is just in a small paper bag.
Mm-hmm.
You should put it in a specimen cup.
All right. Oh my God, that reminds me of is that Borat? Oh, what show is that? Where he gets the specimen cup and he poops in it. It's for like the semen collection. Oh, it's Steve Brule. It's what was the name of his standalone show?
Brule's Rules?
No, that was the segment.
Bruling it up.
What was the damn name of that show? Check it out. Check it out with Steve Brule. I have this on DVD. But anyway, yeah, he poops in the specimen cup instead of doing the thing. I thought was pretty good.
Fuck. Pop socket, stop sucking.
Oh wait, isn't that exactly what you want for it? Is to suck?
No. Stop sucking at the job I want it to do, which is to make it stand.
Anyway, my dog's doing a pretty good job. We're starting to let her out during the day in the house, like just in the basement where her kennel is.
Thank you, PS2 memory card.
You're welcome.
You made my day.
I'm not too worried about
shit
letting her out in the house all day because she just basically doesn't do shit. Like she doesn't like get into stuff. She's very polite.
Okay.
Unless we're around, and then she likes to push our buttons. Guys, let's do a live Twitch. Who's watching what? Check.
Who's watching what?
Well, it looks like Fortnite's winning the viewers as per usual.
Well, fuck Fortnite.
But that's because
Fortnite, more like fuck night.
Ninja.
That's because Ninja's not even the highest viewed
Tfue?
streamer right now. Tfue is.
Latifway? Probably.
Oh my god, I really hate.
World Cup practice grind.
Ninja seems like the absolute worst shit. I mean, like, not Ninja, but Fortnite. Oh, Dr. Disrespect's playing Fortnite now, huh?
Oh man,
What happened? What happened?
It's almost like he's cheating on his game, you know?
Yeah, I thought he was a PUBG guy. He wasn't playing baby games. Apex Legends still doing well though.
Yeah.
Minecraft number 12.
It's the
Apex
fourth-
Legends is still my mindless, just like I'm waiting a couple minutes. I need to jump into something game.
I just can't do battle royale games unless I'm with a group.
Tetris 99.
I don't want to do that. I'd rather just play regular Tetris.
99.
That's like what I found playing Call of Duty. Like, because Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has a blackout mode. Let's just start the fucking podcast for fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
Well, Apex Legends has groups, so there.
All right. Welcome to Born in the... Are we ready to start?
Yep.
Don't stop yourself.
Welcome to Born in the 80s.
Are we starting now?
Welcome, Matt. Have you been welcomed?
I feel welcome, yes.